24 seconds, yeah, you better not stop. You got 24 seconds, can you beat the shot clock? What you waiting on, look daddy, I ain't got no.
Welcome back to another episode of Her Discussions. In today's episode, we will be taking a stroll down memory lane and giving our younger self some much needed advice. Our first question, drum roll please. What advice would you give your younger self?
Okay, so the advice I would give to my younger self is to be more patient in life. With me growing up fast, because I kind of had to with the past with my mother and stuff like that. I feel like I lost a lot of my youth, and like even still to this day, I want that. So I would be more patient with life, even though it was something I couldn't have any control over. I just wish that I could have been more patient so I could have enjoyed the youth the way that I wanted to, with my youth the way I wanted to.
I would first look at that little girl and I will give her a much needed hug because she definitely needed a hug during those younger days of her life. And I can say honestly, I was looking for loyalty in like all the wrong places and all the wrong things. So much so that I neglected my own self and what I wanted in life. So just to answer that question, I would just reach down and tell that little girl, beloved, listen here. You will attract the people that's supposed to be in your life. You don't need to change the way you are. The right people will meet you right where you are at the right time. There are going to be some people that's in your corner, but they really don't like you. They do not like you. And if you pay attention, you'll see that they don't like you. You're holding on to the wrong things. They don't like you. So be yourself, and whoever's supposed to be in your court will definitely be in your court, and whoever's not supposed to be, they won't be. And that's just that.
Okay.
I think for me, it's kind of hard to pinpoint one thing because it's so much. But I think for me, I would tell my younger self is just to know when to let go, and that's in regards to friendships, relationships, jobs, and places. Just knowing when to move on. Um, I can honestly say that it's been a lot of situations where I wasted an unnecessary time, and time is just something that you can't get back. So I would tell my younger self to just not be afraid of taking risks, stepping outside of your my comfort zone, and just knowing and trusting God will lead me in the right direction. And also not staying in my comfort zone because when you stay in your comfort zone, although you may be comfortable, you'll feel stagnant and you'll feel unfulfilled. So just trusting in God and being willing to step out on my own and trusting that everything is going to work out.
This was hard. This was a hard question. Um, I would say more so, I would tell my younger self is to believe in myself more. I've always been the one to always motivate other people. Yes, I can motivate myself, but actually being consistent and being disciplined with myself is a big thing that I cannot do. I need to work on, I should say. Um, Another thing is to never love someone more than you love yourself. Um, I think a lot of us probably been in that situation. It can go from it being anything. It can go back for what Trina was saying. You can't be loyal more to somebody else than yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that is a big thing.
Okay.
And just to piggyback on what you said, Chandra, when you were talking about how like learning how to let go, even when it comes to jobs, there's jobs I stayed at just because like I was comfortable. I like the people there. And there was times where I was like, man, I should have just let that go. Like there is a season and I'm learning in my life the older I get. Like there's seasons for everything in your life. And not everything that you do in that season of fall needs to go into your winter season. You just need to learn how to just kind of let that go and move on. And it's nothing against it because I was always the type of person where I didn't move until somebody made me mad at the company. Then I'm like, oh, I'm leaving. When I should have been gone 3 months or 3 years ago, I was still stuck at that company just because it was comfortable and I knew it. Even with those friends, like it took me to after I graduated high school to overhear some words about me. And like people I thought was real cool, like I thought we like were friends. They were like, I never liked Trina. I'm like, what was I at? What was I doing the whole time? I was just holding on, and that season was past. And it wasn't nothing against them. They just didn't like me anymore. And I mean, I couldn't make them like me more. I mean, I am who I am. So it's just like, I like what you said, Chandra, when you say just learning how to let go. And it doesn't even have to be on a bad note. It can just be, we just let go. Right now, I'm growing in a way different area in my life, and you can't go with me to this stage in my life. So I like that one, learning how to let go.
I do
Yeah, I
too.
think
Me too.
like at a point where you kind of know your worth and you want to demand it, but I think in certain stages of my life, I kind of was afraid I was asking for too much. And like I said, this
Yeah.
even goes to friendships, relationships, jobs, everything. Like I felt like I was asking too much, and I didn't want to be classified as, a B or being like too demanding or anything like that. But now that I'm getting older, and
Yeah.
I guess you can say that I'm getting wiser. I'm like, I know what I'm worth. I know what what I demand is what I demand. I know what I can bring to the table, and what I'm asking for is nothing. This is bare minimum. So like, I want this. If you're not able to provide that, then I'm gone. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that let go stage, it hit me around like 29. When
Hmm.
when I turned like 29, everything as far as in the
You
people
talking like she's hella old. Go ahead.
the people I'm trying to hold on to, things that I used to care about, it's just like, nope, not no more. It's one and done with me. I don't have time for no more. It's like I am so past of trying to hold on to things that I need to let go. And I think it's with me. I've had friendships and relationships that have lasted so long, and I think it's I be, I try to hold on to the loyalty of, how long I've been dealing with the situation, whether it was a relationship or a friendship, and I try to hold on to that just because of the history. And I had to learn with me growing older and getting wiser that sometimes history is meant to be let go. So that really
Hmm.
is a good one. So I do like that one.
Yeah, I think it just
I
comes to
could
a
go
point where
back.
you got to realize, like, you can't save everyone if you haven't even saved yourself. Like, out here trying to save everyone, every situation, everything. It's like you just putting yourself on the back burner, like Nay was saying. Like, you can't do that. You got
Yeah.
to know when to put you first.
Yeah, I think for me, like I said, I was seeking loyalty in all the wrong places with people, with just materialistic things. And like, I wanted my long term friends to stay my friends forever. But like I said, some of them didn't even like me. And where I was going in life, they did not encourage me to be more, do more, see more. They was like, we all down here. You going to stay down here. And I was like, no. So I would say definitely me being loyal to myself. Like literally, I have to be loyal to myself before I can be loyal to somebody else. Because if not, then I'm useless to another person.
That is true. And you lose this to
Mm.
yourself.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So then our next question is piggybacking
Mm.
on the first question. Our next question is, what does self-love and self-care look like for you these days? And I'll go first on that one. I'll say as I've gotten older, self-care looks a whole lot different than it would what it looked like in high school. Self-care for me back then was going to get my nails and my toes done and just going to get some more bubble bath stuff. But these days, my self care has been literally me sitting by myself and like writing down stuff in my journal, like taking a step back, reading, just being outside, being with nature, just like unplugging. I think that's what they call it, just unplugging from like the day to day, fast paced life. That has literally been my saving grace, my self care. Just meditating and just thinking about Trina, what do you want going forward? And aligning that with what God wants for my life. So that's literally been my self care. And then my self love would just be back to what I said on my first question, which is just loving myself first and choosing me first, my happiness first. What do I want? Sometimes people ask me to do something and I'm like, Trina, but what do you want to do? And I'm like, I didn't want to do that. And I'm like, tell them you don't want to do that. So just choosing myself, that's what self-love looks like for me. And being my biggest cheerleader, my biggest fan, my biggest critic, my biggest motivator. Just Trina, just being in love with Trina. That is what self-love looks like for me these days.
Yeah, and just to piggyback on it with the self love, or even the self care, I'm big on that. For one thing, for sure, Nay gonna take time for Nay. And they gonna do it. Because your life can be like hectic. There's nothing wrong. Like it just depends on how I feel. It could be where I just want to be chilling at home in the bed, reading a book, writing in a journal, probably just simply watching a movie by myself, unbothered. Don't nobody mess with me. Don't nobody talk to me. You know. Or it can be to where I still will go get my nails done, go get a hair, go get my hair done. or even just take a nice bath or whatever. Just able to do whatever I want to do with nobody bothering me or trying to interrupt that time. I'm really big on that. Or it could be where if I want to buy something, therapy, retail therapy. The least gonna I want it. I earn it. Shit, I've been working. I'm gonna buy it. That is for me. Far as self love, like you had said, at the end of the day, nobody got you like you got you. Ain't nobody gonna be able to take care of you like you take care of yourself. If you want to go and buy yourself flowers, because ain't nobody bought you flowers a long time, you better go buy you some dang flowers. It's still gonna be the same. I feel like, because I would do it for myself. So I don't always look for other people to do it. If I can do it, I'm gonna do it because that's what makes me happy. That's it.
Yeah, self-care to me is just basically taking care of myself. And I know that sounds simple, but I just like to sometimes unplug and just, even if that means me not talking for a little while to somebody or just being quiet or whatever the case may be, sometimes you just gotta get away, because there's so much that's going on and people are pulling you here and there. And everybody's asking for something, but sometimes you just gotta leave a piece for yourself. Like, don't run in on E, taking care of everybody else, and then you just basically about to lose your mind. So self-care and self-love for me is just putting me first, basically.
Yep.
Same with me. I guess self-love for me with me is just loving myself even when it's extremely hard to do. I go through a lot and people may not know that because I definitely don't look like what I've been through. So with me just waking up every day and telling myself that I'm beautiful, that's self-love to me, because a lot of people, they don't feel that. Self-care, I would say is just me, taking a bath with some wine and some music. That's self-care for me. And every day I get up at 8 o'clock, I'll be right in the bathtub with my wine. And I had a little downtime with me nursing right now, but that's most definitely self-care for me. I can't wait till it's all over. Got a lot of wine I need to try.
Go call the AA. She don't have to go to AA. Is it called AA meetings? AA meetings, alcohol addiction meetings, whatever it's called. We're gonna have to call them.
I think. Is it true?
Don't call for me, Lord. Don't call for me. I'm taking a break right now. I'm taking a little break until I go out of town at the end of in a few weeks. But that's it.
I tried that little wine that y'all did with that unwind with Trina.
That was La Belle and Jen.
I got to try that.
That was that one right there.
Hold on, water bottle by you. Look, wait, you want a minute?
I'm trying to make sure nobody walks out the door with it. That's all. I'm just trying to make sure it stays safe in my hands. So the last question was posed on social media, and we all know these questions get crazy, but Nate keeps delivering them, so I'm going to keep reading them off. So the question is, what would you do if you were on a date and the guy's card was declined? I didn't have too much to say. I
think I would be sitting there for a minute like, are you kidding? Is this a joke? Is it a joke?
I can hear you saying that too.
I'm like, so you need to go wash dishes? That what you saying? You got to go wash dishes.
See, the Taurus in me, my pride comes before everything. And I'm a lady at all times. I don't try to get ghetto. I just leave that for the people that want to do that. I would just politely pay. I wouldn't even ask no questions because it's in my head. It's so over. Like, it's so over. The only thing I can leave this restaurant with is my dignity at this point. So I'm going to gladly pay. And if he's talking about it, I'm zooming. Everything he's saying is going in one hour after the other. I don't even know what the heck he just said. I'm going to put my card down. We're going to pay. I'm going to get in that car. And I'm not going to say nothing. I'm going to look out the window and just count it all joy.
No. As soon as I leave, I'm calling my best friend. Big D, can you believe what just happened? Can you believe?
Girl, I'm mad. But I'm not gonna let him see me sweat. If he sends it back, he can cash app. If he texts me and say, "Man, I'm so sorry. What's your cash app so I can send it?" I'm sending my cash app. But if he don't say that, he just come with excuses. I'm not even gonna ask for my money back. I'm just gonna count it all a loss. You know, you win some, you lose some. But he's not gonna win for me no more. Like,
but I need to know, like, did he have like 3 drinks, an appetizer, a big steak? Because then I feel like you already had this plan from the beginning.
Was
like, you didn't have that money. This is probably ain't just a regular. The card ain't like you. You know, the expiration date changed and you forgot to get the new card at the mail. That ain't what happened. I think you just deliberately did not have no money, and you like, let's go. And I'm just gonna. I know my card gonna decline. She probably gonna pay, and that'd be good. But yeah, I'll pay for it. But then that would be that. That would be that.
So would you confront him, Nate, or would you just?
I don't say much no more now. It's like you kind of just
confront him.
No, honestly, I probably would just pay and I would just go. And again, we'll make that. Can I tell you what the preacher was happening? And then that was that. If he would have been like, okay, then I'll go ahead and pay, like you said. What's your cash app? I'm a zealot too, whatever the case may be. Cool, then maybe. I don't know. But other than that, I'll pay and go.
I don't know. I need to know the reason, like what's going on, because I understand.
I don't feel like they will really give you the honest truth if they really was broke.
But I mean, if they card decline because maybe they had some fraud on their card, I'm gonna say, okay, then they like send you a text message or like what happened? I'm gonna pay, but I need to know why I'm paying and when I'm getting my money back. Like you got Zelle, you got Cash App, you got PayPal. Like I got all of it, but I'm not just about to pay and you're not about to pay me my money back.
All of it, hell.
Like I need my money back. Like money don't grow on trees. You the one who invited me to this date, and now you talking about you ain't got a backup card? Like you supposed to have a second card with you. Now what's going on? But, I mean, I'll pay. I'm not gonna be happy about it. But I'm gonna pay, and I'm gonna try to see why you wasn't able to pay.
And you're gonna be sitting like that at the table. Now tell me why your card was declined.
No, I'm gonna say what happened. Did the bank shut your card down? Was it fraud on your account? Like what happened? Because they should be able to send you a text message. Because I work in banking, so I'm like, okay, they should be able to send you a text message and say, hey, is this your transaction? You should say and then your course should be able to go through. So I'm just trying to figure out what's going on because I don't want to jump to conclusions. Because y'all know I'm big on communication. So I'm not trying to jump to the conclusions like you just tricking me or you ain't got no money. I'm gonna ask you first.
What day is this?
What if he had a really good answer? But
she's trying to help. She's gonna call Chase Bank. Hey, this is Chandra. I worked at another bank.
Could you please tell me
what's going on? Let me see your messages. Let me see.
Right, let me talk to him. Call him. I'll talk to him. They talking about they closed. They closed right now. I said no. I'll say no. They got 24-hour services. Call them. I'm familiar with that bank. So I'll pay though.
I'm gonna pay. I need to know though, like which date is this? Like, is this like the first day?
This is the first day. Girl, what girl? It's the first day.
Sierra gonna get up and leave.
First day.
Sierra gonna say she gotta go to the restroom and leave.
It'd be different if we been dating. Then it's like, okay, baby, I got you. This is the first day.
Like I'm like, okay, baby, you know what I'm saying? We cool, whatever. But
no, this is the first day.
You know, y'all don't like me getting mad. My leg gets shaking. I'm being in the car. Arms folded.
Wait a minute. What if y'all rode together?
That's what I said. Normally, I ride with the guy. I drive to their house and I park my car. So that's why I said I have been in situations where
first dates right now. I'm meeting you at the place. Most likely, I'm meeting you at the place on first dates.
Well, see, if I go with you, I'm not gonna talk. I've sat in the car and been mad at a guy and not talk for 5 hours. So 20 minutes ain't gonna hurt me.
5 hours.
5 hours to Texas, Houston to Louisiana. No talking. I look out the window the whole time and put my headphones on.
Like 20 minutes is nothing. It's nothing.
No, I didn't even look. He was like, you want something to drink? You want something to eat? Nothing. I would say nothing. So that 20 minutes ain't gonna make or break me. I can sit in silence for a long time.
I'm gonna put one of my little songs on. You put that Beyonce, you must not know about me. You must not know about me.
You know how dudes get mad at you. They start playing a song in the car.
I'm gonna do that.
What? That happened to you too, Tierra?
Yes.
That was that 5 hour ride. The guy that took me to Louisiana. Girl played all kinds of foul music. I was was like, what is going on? I don't even listen to this kind of music. I put my headphones on. I said, he is really trying to get me to argue with him. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. You're not gonna steal my joy, sweetheart. You're not gonna do it.
I'm gonna get out.
What's that Erica Badu?
Time we go somewhere. I gotta reach down in my purse to pay
All types of songs.
I'm not even gonna do that. I'm gonna be quiet.
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna call. Like I said, I'm gonna count it joy. I'm gonna say, Lord, I didn't have many and I didn't have less. So you know what, Lord, there you have.
I don't know, Trina. That ain't really your personality.
I will be quiet. I don't do that. I just be quiet because
you and Nay. I don't see you and Nay just being quiet. I mean, maybe y'all, people change.
No,
I'm not confrontational.
I'm gonna be quiet.
Hold on, y'all really think I'm
confrontational? Y'all a little confrontational. Y'all a little confrontational.
Confrontation. I would just see Nate saying, dang, something like some sarcastic. And I just feel like that's just the Capricorn of y'all. Y'all gonna ask questions. I'm not gonna ask no questions because I already told myself what happened. You don't have no money, and I'm good with that part. I don't need you lying.
When I am mad or when I'm highly irritated, I don't say nothing.
Well, that's me. I don't say nothing.
That's what I don't. So
but you gonna feel it.
Like
you gonna feel it.
I don't like arguing.
You gonna feel my attitude all the way to the side of the table. Don't open my door for me.
You're going to feel it. Yes.
Don't take my chair out for me. Don't touch this chair. I mean, you ain't even a man no more. I didn't revoke your man card. So
don't ever touch don't touch the receipt. Don't touch the book.
You ain't even a man no more.
Don't touch it. You mentioned in the dang seat in the first place when they was like, you ready for the ticket? You probably was already over there.
What happens if they did order like 5 drinks, a steak, and all this extra stuff?
Baby.
I would be mad. I would be mad. Oh, I would be so mad.
So you were trying to just get drunk off the kid, huh?
You trying to eat for free off of me.
You know what? I might say, how often does this happen? I might say, how often does this happen?
Man.
Because,
you order 5 drinks. Like, how often does this happen? But then again,
you ain't never drunk 5 drinks. You ain't never drunk 5 drinks. Now you drinking 5 drinks. You eating steaks. You got shrimp. You got asparagus. You got the whole potatoes.
And you don't even eat asparagus, but you want it.
Caviar. You be thinking, damn, they got caviar?
Right. Yeah.
You're making me feel like, when you go to the bar, they ask you, do you want to open your tab? I'm going to start saying, let's start at the bar so you can get your tab open right now so we can make it.
But that don't mean that's always going to be, you know how they don't run it until after everything get through. When you get through.
I'm getting kind of nervous. I feel like you gotta go on a date and then you got to say, let's just buy 1 drink first and pay for that and then let's just go forward with that. Like now you got to do a trial run to make sure the car gonna work.
Nah, see, I ain't got time for that.
See, Sierra, that's why you got to do that Dutch date.
No. That's what I'm saying. I'm not with you. That's why it's so hard for me to date y'all. So hard.
What is wrong with the Dutch date? I don't see what's wrong with it.
Because I don't want to pay for my own
we
stuff.
can't use the word date. You gotta say hang out.
The Dutch hang out. Hang out.
Double Dutch.
I don't want to do it. I know last week I was gonna do it, but listen, times is getting hard. And I just feel like if you're gonna be my man, you gotta be able to provide. And let me just see how you provide. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I will do it. But I'm sweetheart. I don't have it. You a man.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, say if I just go to like a simple place. It don't have to be like this is just for you to see if you filling them out. But it's not an expensive place. So you tell them you can't spend less than $20 on yourself.
Technically, men get paid 70 cents more in the workforce than women do. So technically, him paying is really my cut of the money that him and his brother do. So that's my money anyway. The y'all ain't been paying me at the job. So you might as well go ahead and pay my way. And that's what I'm going to say about that.
He better think of a cheap date, Nate. It's on $20. He better think of a $20 date.
It's not a date. It's a hangout. I'm just saying you're just going to hang out. You're just trying to see, just filling each other out. That's it. It's a hangout.
That's fine. I'm not coming out my pockets though. That's it. End of this fucking story.
I just feel like if you get paid 70 cents on the dollar more than me, then I mean, clearly you make more than me. Clearly you have more money than me because they cheated me out of my money. So that's the least you can do as a man, and say, you know what, I'm gonna pay for this because I understand that women get paid less than men.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
I like that idea, but I mean, if he want to do Dutch, just know it's only gonna be a one Dutch, and by the time I get done with the day, I don't like you anyway because I had to pay. So it's over. The whole situation is probably over. So just know that.
Crazy.
Just keep that in your mind, Mister. That
You offer a Dutch, it's over.
So each his own.
All right. Thank you all for tuning in today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow us on Facebook, TikTok, and I believe Instagram, right?
Yeah.
All right. And our quote for this week is, you can't change yesterday, but you can say a whole lot about today. Follow God's lead in your life right now. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.